Hey guys, I just wanted to walk you around my garage for a minute because I've been working on it for a while trying to get things organized, and I thought, well, I didn't let you see it before I started, and I started on Friday. So I've worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now today is Monday, and I worked in here today. So I'll just kind of show you a little bit about how it looks now and the things that I've done so far. I feel like I am putting a dent in it, but we'll see. Okay, here you go. All right, so the sun is shining pretty bright today. I'm going to stand in here for a minute because maybe it will show up better if I'm in the shade. So in my driveway, I had stuff on this side of the driveway. I have stuff on this side of the driveway. And if I go around to the side of the garage, we're getting out in the sun now, so I don't know how that's going to work. Let's see what we can see on the side of the garage. I got all my tools out here. I don't even know if I can get them all in one shot. Got those post hole diggers at the very end. And that's my little stack of bricks I hadn't used yet. I got a pallet. And on top of the pallet, I got two, I guess they're hedge clippers. And then I've got three that are sort of like axes. And then a hoe. And then two poles where the tool came off the end of the pole and off of the end of the pole, and now that needs to be fixed. And then on this side of the meter, I got my shovels all together. So I've got a little hand shovel, two spades, I think they're called, and then another narrow spade, and then a regular flat shovel. Next to those is, it's like a cutter, but I think you use it when you're working with concrete. I've tried using it in the yard. It doesn't work very good. Next to that is if you're trying to aerate your grass, I got several tools for that. I got the one that you just roll along. I've got one that puts in two holes. You just step on the middle. And then I've got another one that's kind of, see if I can get out of the picture and let you see it. The tines are kind of twisted, so when you push it into the ground, you can kind of twist the handle and it'll open up the ground some. So that helps to aerate the soil. This is done if you're doing an overseed. Then I've got another handle which went with a tamper, and the tamper is on the ground. There's the tamper. And then I've got a regular yard rake, and I've got two garden rakes. So I got to figure out how to get all that stuff into a little tiny space in the garage. So I'll show you now what's going on in the garage. If you look into the back, I put that work table together and got that finished up on Sunday. And then today there's a cabinet in the corner. It's really an outdoor shed, but I'm going to keep it indoors. And inside that, I'll go ahead and show you what I've got in there. Let's see if I can get this to open. Okay, so mostly I want it to be poison control. So I ended up, I could get all of that weed killer and fire ant killer and all kinds of insect killer. I could put that on the top shelf, and then the spray bottle on the bottom. And then I've got 2 more spray bottles because a lot of that stuff is concentrated. And then the middle shelf is mostly stuff that has to do with flower pots or gardening. And then I've got a couple of buckets on top of the little garden stool. And that kind of does it for that. Get that closed back up. Then over here on this work table, I got to figure out what to do with all these tools that are on the top. And then I'm using this medium-sized black and yellow bucket from Lowe's. I bought 2 of them just to see how they were going to work. I think I can use 6 right here on this little shelf. Okay, and then the pegboard, I'm going to put that up on the wall behind the workbench. Whew. Then over here, my bicycle. I'm thinking I'll put this bicycle up on this wall and clean up those skis. They were mine in high school. I just want to clean them up and put them on the wall above the bike. And then maybe put all my trash cans right there on the floor. Okay, now you can see, even though I've got all that stuff outside, I still have quite a bit in here. I've got like 2 more rows. So I got like enough to do 4 rows of stuff in this garage, and that is too much. So some of this has got to go. And over there you see that green cabinet. That's where I'm trying to paint that. If I can get that finished up, that'll free up a lot of space. So that's kind of where we're at right now. That's where you go into the house from that door. Oh, and over there, the Starlink. I'm not using Starlink right now, and I could get that boxed up and put that in the attic. That would be helpful. So anyway, that's where we're at. I want to get rid of this old sewing machine. It's a Singer, back before electricity was invented. And I think it needs a belt, and that's the only thing, and it should work. I don't know anything that's wrong with it, except for the belt. And this bike, there's a bike over here I want to try to get rid of too. See if you can see that. That's taking up some space on this side. An exercise bike, stationary bike. So that's what we've got today, and I'm kind of tired, but I still got to bring all that stuff back into the garage. I got my zero turn out there, and a wheelbarrow, and trash cans, and another lawnmower, and Lord have mercy. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.